Hi everyone. I hope I'm audible to each one of you. In case there is any issue with the audio, just let us know. In case there is a issue with the visuals, just let us know in the comments. So welcome again. We are meeting after 3 months, and in this Community Connect event, we are going to discuss about the deliveries of previous quarter, and we'll discuss about what we are going to be delivering, the roadmap of the fourth quarter, and also we'll be discussing about some key questions which the community has raised recently. So I'm joined with me by Sunil. He will be sharing with you about his side of achievements, which I'm sure would be of a lot of interest to the shopping enthusiast. Okay, so now we will go ahead and I would like to address each one of you since every one of you would be of different interest. Some of you would be more interested in project tokens, some of you would be interested about the new ways of shopping experience. Some would be gamers who would be interested to know about our upcoming product, Jest. So we'll like to address every one of you, each one of your interest. So let's start with so those who are new over here, I would like to quickly brief you about the project. So Trace Network Labs has launched Paris Metaverse, which is primarily for fashion and lifestyle experiences. And we launched it in March 2023, this year itself, where people can go and engage in experiences of shopping, entertainment, and it can attend virtual events. So next, so if you see that the experiences which are already live on Paris, so there is a shopping district wherein you can find various brands who have their metaverse store already live with the products which you can go and engage with, and it's more of a social shopping experience wherein you can go with your family and friends, and you can connect and discuss with each other about the choices of shopping you want to have. And these are different category of brands like lingerie brands, your women fashion wear brands. Some are brands which are more dedicated to our Gen Zs, like that. And right now we have 5 brands which are live on Paris, and there are more brands which are uh, coming and working on building their own metaverse stores, which will be live soon. Then we have events where people can go and host events for their communities. They can have gated event where people can engage in social collaborations and attend the events. So today majority of the web3 projects, they are coming and connecting with their communities in the Paris events. A lot of corporate companies are doing their presentation with their own network. A lot of entertainment related events have already started happening. Recently, gaming events have also been launched on Paris events. So apart from this, we have a launch where people can go and hang out with the like-minded people. They can connect, chit chat. And the last experience which is going to be, which we are working on, and this is Jest, and this is a gamify product which is going to be launched on Paris itself. So we'll be discussing Jest in more in detail in a while. Next. So first of all, let's start with what we have achieved in last quarter and what we promised that would be there. So today, Paris Metaverse is one single metaverse which is accessible through all the devices. It is accessible through VR headsets, it's accessible through your laptops, it's accessible through your mobile phones. So clearly our web first approach has gone pretty well, and because of which even in future any new device would be coming, it would be very easy to launch Perry's experiences on those devices, be it the upcoming Apple gadget, which is again going to be changing the whole metaverse experience. So that's the first thing which we have achieved in last quarter, and it's going to play a very important role in coming time. The second thing is Paris was launched on Polygon, but we have expanded on BNB chain as well, with the clear reasons that BNB has a large ecosystem with a lot of gaming players, a lot of projects to partner with. So and also like the kind of the achievements which we have made on Polygon, like while we were on Polygon, we became the metaverse who surpassed Decentraland and Sandbox in daily and monthly transaction. The same kind of success story has to be created on BNB chain, and that is going to help a lot in future, even in our listing purposes, which I will discuss more in detail a bit later. And then we launched some new stores on Paris Metaverse. Denison was the latest store which was launched over there. Brands have started hosting gaming events where they are rewarding the players in the form of loyalty rewards, discount coupons which they can redeem on their stores in Paris Metaverse. And that has already been like a successful thing, which is now going to be replicated for other brands as well. Those who have already their stores on Paris Metaverse, and those who don't have stores but still would want to engage the community with the brand by giving them these kind of rewards. So that is something which is going to be a continuous activity in coming time, and all these brands definitely would be partnering with us, which will be also an important partner for our upcoming product GameFi, where these brands will be launching their own themed games where people can engage in those games and earn different kind of rewards. And the last and most important thing is we implemented account abstraction for guestless experience. So today, Paris, all of the experiences in Paris, starting from your landing over there and you are, doing a shopping or you are attending an event, each of these experiences are now completely guestless. A web to user who would want to, attend any of these experiences, they need not to think about gas fees. Next. So with these developments, what we have achieved in Q3 is like almost almost like close to 1,750 orders have been fulfilled via Paris Metaverse. These orders have been given to the brands by the customers who have visited Paris and placed orders directly from here. Around 51,000 unique addresses have visited Paris Metaverse, which you can also go and check on DappRadar, as well as you can go and check on Paris Scan from our website. So these number of people have visited Paris in last few months, and these are the people who came to attend events. They engaged in shopping. They came to lounge. They came to play games. So which is definitely a number which has got attention from not just investors but from the global media, which has started picking up the project, and which is a achievement for you guys as well, since a lot of people have been asking that what the project has been doing, and how these numbers are going to play a very important role for the project, for the investors, and for everyone. And with these achievements, Paris surpassed Decentraland Sandbox, as I told you, in daily and monthly transactions. And you can go and check it on DappRadar. Just don't go by my words. It is something we are proud of you. You must be proud of the project that we have been building. I know this market has been really hard for everyone, so a lot of doubts and everything has cropped up. But yes, these achievements would be giving you a lot of confidence, and this has been helping us to continue building. Next. So what has been the strategies in winning this game? So the aim was not to win over the metaverses like Decentraland, Sandbox, but to create a fundamental infrastructure which will help to make Paris metaverse as, one step place for everyone, for different kind of experiences, which gives them gratification, which creates a simple user experience, so that anyone who is even a student or a person who is in their at any age person can come and access Paris metaverse and experience it. So we made the entire experience guestless, which definitely took away the resistance which ever existed and people who wanted to experience the metaverses. The second thing, we gave people social login. So this took away the complexities of creating, setting up the Web3 wallets. Along with that, our web first approach has taken away the steps of installing any metaverse app, or some of them are only accessible through VR glasses. All these things have been simplified. A person having any gadget, having a good internet, can experience Paris metaverse from any device. So these have been our strategies, which has fundamentally helped us to get these number of users. So it is something which has gradually been implemented and pinned across the metaverse. And this is something which is going to be complementing the upcoming developments as well. Next. So when it comes to brand partnership, some of the brands which are already live and some new brands you might see over here, like Beverly Hills Polo Club, uh, da Milano, and so like these, there are so many brands who are in pipeline. So basically, if I categorize these brands, five brands are already metaverse stores are already live. Another seven brands will be who are already working on building their metaverse stores will be live in most likely in this quarter. And there is another 45 brands who have already done POC with us, and now in the different stages of conversion, and started making up their mind to set up their stores. And I would like Sunil to give a little bit more of details about these brands. Who are these brands? What kind of interest they have? Sunil, over to you.
Thank you, Lokesh. Hi, friends. Great to be speaking to you again. Yes, the brands have started looking at digital ways, virtual ways of selling, and going global in a big way. So that all this thing has attracted them. Metaverse has been relatively slow to adapt by the fashion scenarios, considering that they were not very well aware what will be done with these kind of clothes. But now more and more of digital consumers are getting into these kind of virtual atmospheres and are starting to utilize metaverse environments for various things. So further to interest them, incentivization has greatly attracted them in terms of loyalty rewards. Engagement and involvement of the customers are happening through these things, and gamification has created a great amount of interest by the younger consumers. So, like Nike and Gucci and various other companies who have already gone in for a lot of games to increase their possibilities, we have also gone ahead with that. And like for our major brand, Beverly Hills Polo Club, we are creating some kind of a polo game, which will definitely be interesting a lot of people. I mean, something which people can come engage with, uh, and it creates a lot of interest to be available on that virtual atmosphere, spend time on that, and then look at various other kind of options over there. So these gaming examples, several other gaming examples are already happening. Similarly, our latest client called Denison, which is a younger level brand, which is a younger people brand for the Gen Z male. So that has also tested one of the good games recently on our Paris metaverse, And similarly, all other clients are showing a lot of interest. Good numbers of brands are getting into these kind of possibilities through partners also. And various kinds of categories are being taken care of. Apparel, which is the main clothing category. Then various kind of accessory customers are talking to us and wanting to join ahead with us. Bags and other kind of possibilities which have already happened with Da Milano, which is Indian and Italian brand, available in Dubai and various other kind of GCC countries also. Then Madame, which is a ladies only fashion brand. So all that is happening recently. Beauty categories is something which is showing a lot of interest. And very soon we'll be launching a beauty brand over here which has various possibilities for male and female scenarios, which is a US and Indian brand. So these kind of things are already happening, and various categories of brands have started to show interest. The other thing which is happening is that not only the top brands, I would say medium and relatively smaller brands, budding brands have also started to show some interest and are wanting to invest into these kind of possibilities, mainly to achieve a global exposure, global reach to these digital Gen Z consumers. So all these things are happening, and it is very very exciting times, and will be in a position to create more possibilities both for these brands as well as for you in the times to come. Over to you, Lokesh.
This is very very interesting, like a couple of things which you mentioned. The way we started, we did not create another metaverse wherein people would go once and there is no further use. So we try to connect the metaverse with the real world lives of people, so that people can go engage in shopping, get the products delivered. So that was one. Definitely it excited a lot of customers because it is way more engaging than the e-commerce experience. Now to further enhance this experience, like how Nike and Adidas did, they created games. So this is something which has excited a lot of brands, medium size and smaller brands also. But the only challenge is like to have that kind of strong budgets for creating such kind of infrastructure. So that's where the Paris metaverse is now becoming one single platform wherein all these brands can easily launch these kind of experiences with games, which using which they can engage customers. And definitely this is going to be a new way of rewarding the loyal customers by giving away the rewards in form of coupons which they can redeem in their physical stores as well as in the metaverse stores. That is something like growing, and it is like something which is continuously getting attraction by the customer. And I think this is why we, instead of launching a gaming metaverse or launching just a metaverse, we took industry by the interest and then accordingly started enabling things which continuously keep on engaging customers and continuously keep on building a relationship with the brand, which has been missing in last few years.
Absolutely, absolutely. The other thing which has attracted these consumers as well as these brands is the simplified, very, very user friendly maneuverability within Paris Metaverse, and to be able to use these kind of virtual atmospheres very, very smoothly, which is not the case with most of the metaverses of the past, which we have, yes, the way we have surpassed a couple metaverses, a large metaverses which are well known, Decentraland and Sandbox and others. So which we have surpassed in terms of numbers and usage. It's mainly because of our user friendliness, which the consumer as well as these brands are greatly getting attracted to.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, Lokesh, over to you.
Next. So now, the next important thing is what we have in our Q4 roadmap and how this is going to support in lot many ways to the project, to to the people who are associated with the project, whether these are investors or these are the people who are coming for experiencing the metaverse in a new ways. So the first thing is, like as I told you, we have new brand stores getting launched on Paris Metaverse, and these are like a mix of different type of brands, and majority of them are like global brands. Like some names, as Sunil already mentioned, Beverly Hills Polo Club is one of them, which is a Californian brand. Similarly, some of them are Eastern Middle East brands. Some of them are from India. So like a good mix of brands, so that everyone who is today associated with us with the project, who are from different regions, can get a hands on the products being purchased directly from Paris Metaverse. So that's our goal, that we will be slowly covering a larger geography. And that's why another strategy we have put in place is like creating more and more partners across different regions, so that our reach to these brands become quick. Like a lot of ERP companies who have been already catering to some of these brands, so we are going creating partners via those. So this is how we'll be reaching out to more number of brands, and in next coming, I think, couple of years, this is going to be uh, seen in a very different way, since by then I think we will be one single metaverse with these number of brands, stores, which even would surpass like the biggest of malls you find it today. And the next is the partnerships with various NFT projects for doing various gated virtual events. These events can be for like simple community collaborations, or for different kind of giveaways, or it depends on the interest of the NFT projects. Since we have already started getting interest for these projects, so we have now ensured that more and more such projects are being talk to, and so that they do events. So more the events, more the number of footfalls, and this is how the ecosystem would grow. So the last is about GameFi. GameFi, it's in itself is going to be a huge thing, and I'm sure this is something which is going to continue not just for one quarter, but like for multiple next quarters. So one is the development of the layer on top of Paris, so that anyone can launch the games, which can allow people to use Trace token to participate in these games and earn rewards. And for that, we are setting up different teams for partnership with the brands, partnership with various gaming companies who would want to launch the games on Paris Metaverse, for further engagement and reward programs, which are otherwise not possible in Web2 scenarios. And yes, the last thing, I think this is something which is going to be more interesting for Trace token holders, that now we have created this whole infrastructure wherein everything is happening. In some cases, the events are happening, the new brand stores are being launched, a lot of revenue generation possibilities have been put in place, which have slowly and gradually started creating that impact, which will further create a larger stream of revenues. So here now we have focused on creating a revenue sharing economy with the token holders. So these different streams of revenue are there will be a portion which will be shared with the Trace token holders, and this is something which I'll explain in the next slide. Next one, please. Okay, so about the GameFi on Paris Metaverse, I think I explained it, that there will be different type of casual games wherein people can go and participate using Trace token and earn reward. This is primarily to cater the gaming enthusiast, and also the people who are more interested in engage to earn games. So there the possibility of getting the rewards directly by the players is going to grow, because they don't have to buy expensive NFTs to participate in games. Simply they have to participate in each game, which have different requirements of the input tokens, and basis of which they will be able to participate and earn it. So that's a whole ecosystem which will engage brands and different kind of gaming companies for customers, for the players to come and engage. Okay, this is the trace token accrual model I was talking about. That this is something of big interest to the trace token holders. So there are different revenue streams which are already live on Trace Network, but we have not yet started pulling the the revenue, because we wanted to create adoption first, and clearly the numbers shows that adoption is now there. So now any new event which will be hosting on Paris Metaverse, there will be a fees which will be charged. So initially it is going to be a nominal, and gradually it is going to grow, so depending on the consensus of the community. So the fees of these events, the fees from the NFT stores, which are store NFTs which are going to get sold, the infrastructure cost of these stores which will be running on Paris Metaverse, there will be a yearly infrastructure cost, buddy minting cost. So all these different streams of revenue will combine, and there will be a portion of these revenues which will be distributed to the trace token holders. And this is one thing we have had these plans since the start, but we did not want to create any kind of resistance for people to come and build on top of Paris Metaverse. We did not want to create resistance for people to come and engage in Paris Metaverse. So if you see, even for creating the events on Paris Metaverse, people, they don't need to buy land. So simply they can pay a fees and they can create events, gated events for their communities. So these are different approaches we took to ensure that it is being properly adopted. Now we are in a place wherein we can commercialize this, and there can be revenue, continuous revenue, which can be generated out of it. So this revenue will be shared with the trace token holders, and eventually all the different revenue streams will be part of the same token model. So which whatever revenue is going to be generated, the revenue is going to be shared with the token holders in this case. Next. So now we are open for any questions you have. You can drop your questions on YouTube live link in comments, or you can drop your questions on the Telegram group. In the meantime, I would like to address some of the questions which has been repeatedly asked from us. And one is about the trace token value accrual, which I have pretty much explained in detail. So far, there was no such direct mechanism in place which could have impacted the trace token accrual. So the revenues eventually will get converted into trace token and will generate more of buying of trace tokens. So that's how the trace token is going to get a lot of value. Apart from that, it is going to get consumed by the gaming communities to participate in the games. So this is you can say that a whole layer has been built. Now this will be implemented, which is eventually going to start reflecting in the value of the token. And today, this whole infrastructure which is missing has definitely something which we can see that the trace consumption eventually has not been that great, but eventually, like in the coming quarter, once this is in place, you will realize that how it's impacting the overall value of trace token. The second question, which I've been hearing a lot from the community, is about the exchange, new exchange listings. So honestly, like when we started, we did not start with any tier 3, tier 4 exchanges. We started with a tier 2 exchange with the Huobi and Gate. And the reason is, like, we wanted to be on the exchanges wherein the even the trading is safe, customer funds are safe, and everything. All these are definitely one of those reasons. So considering these, we have our strategies in place. Like for example, our expansion on BNB chain is one of the strategical decisions and the steps which has been taken, because we want to create the same kind of uh, success story on BNB chain like what we have created on Polygon. So once we have these number of users coming and visiting on Paris Metaverse via BNB chain, that's somewhere which is going to push the Trace token listing on some good exchanges. I won't mind to share the names. Like even when I was talking to Binance team, they directly gave us this hint that this is what we need to achieve over there, which so far the infrastructure which we have created has been supporting, and will ensure that we use the BNB ecosystem to the fullest to ensure that the faster the listing comes. So again, there is no such commitments from anyone, but it's just that the steps and strategies are being taken so far. The well successful execution in previous strategies has given us enough confidence that instead of focusing on any tier 3 4 exchanges, let's focus on the best ones. And once we are on the best ones, I think it's easier to get it rolled across all different other exchanges. So that's our strategy, and hopefully that is something which is going to bring some kind of impact in coming next couple of quarters. And overall, it is also definitely going to grow the Trace token holders. Besides this, I think overall, the more people, number of people who will be coming on Paris Metaverse for shopping and all that, this is also somewhere going to be connected with the Trace token holding. So it's going to gradually grow the token holders. Uh, just to give confidence to our investors, it's something like we have been building in last 1.5 year, and the kind of product we have eventually come out with, it's something which is resonating very well with everyone, because the most important part is when it comes to experience is gratification that they are started getting. The next series of steps, and as a part of roadmap, as an evolution part of Paris Metaverse, those are being put in place with the same thought process that we have to ensure that people, they are getting the right value out of the time which they are spending on Paris Metaverse. They have the gratification, they are finding the right set of brands, they are finding the right set of events. So we will be gradually going more deeper in terms of bringing the right more quality of the brands and the events on Metaverse, and this is going to grow the engagement organically. So that's our plan, and hopefully that's something which is going to support the project in coming months. So if there is anything else you guys would want to know, please feel free to ask. But majority of you have asked these two questions, so I have explained you on these. Okay, I think we are pretty much sorted. Perfect. But still, if you have anything else to know about the project, feel free to drop your questions on Telegram group. We will get back to you on it. And thank you so much for your time. Uh, we'll meet next quarter with the new report card. Hopefully, that is going to be equally exciting. Not hopefully, but we are trying our best, but it is going to be equally exciting. See you then. Till then.
Thank you,
Bye
friends.
bye.
See you soon.